first man and the first prophet, Adam alayhi salam. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Lappi, and in today's video we will be continuing the next part of the story. I hope you enjoy it. It happened one day. It happened a time ago. A long time ago, in fact. On that day, Allah made up His mind to make the world. He made the land, the seas, and the beautiful blue sky. There were gorgeous trees and pretty flowers growing everywhere. There were beautiful rivers. There was a lovely blue sky above. But there was no people. I wasn't there. You weren't there. We weren't there. Allah looked at the land. He looked at the seas. Then He looked at the sky. The beautiful land looked empty or lonely. So Allah took some clay and made a man. You can call it molding. And because this man did not have any parents, well, Allah is all about parents. Allah had to name this human, and He called him Adam. Allah also made a woman, so there could be a man and a woman. He called her Hawa, or you can say Eve. Adam and Hawa lived in a beautiful garden full of roses, full of beautiful trees. There were many fruits in the garden. When Adam alayhi salam and Hawa were hungry, they would eat the tasty, yummy fruits. In the middle of the garden, there was one huge tree. It was different from all the other trees. Its fruit were bigger and more beautiful than fruits on the other trees. But why and how? Allah told Adam and Hawa not to go near this tree. Adam and Hawa were very happy in the garden, so they didn't mind that much. They would pluck fruits from the trees and eat when they're hungry. Munch, munch. There would be yummy apples, bananas, sometimes raspberries. There were lots of different yummy, tasty fruits. But they never touched the tree in the garden, because Allah told Adam and Hawa not to go near the tree. So they obviously obeyed Allah because Allah is their Lord. In the same garden, there lived a Satan. This Satan was very jealous of Adam and Hawa. Now, do you think that's nice? I don't think so. What do you think he's going to do next? Well, guess what? He wanted Allah to be angry with Adam and Hawa. He didn't want them to live happily in the beautiful garden. But Satan deceived them to do against Allah's orders by eating from a forbidden tree. Horrible! After eating the fruit from the tree, Adam and Hawa became afraid. They did not listen to Allah. They ate the fruit from the tree. They would be punished. And now we know that everyone makes mistakes. It's fine if you make one, because they made a mistake of listening and going through the gates of Satan. And that wasn't a very good decision, because they should have listened to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, Allah was very angry, but He loved Adam and Hawa. Adam and Hawa was His creations, so He didn't want to punish them too much. He ordered them to leave the garden and go down and stay on earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was very nice. And the story of the Prophet Adam alayhi salam teaches us that we have all been created by Allah. All your relatives have. All of your ancestors have. I have. Everyone in this planet, even animals, have. Allah has named every single thing in this planet. He has called, for example, sheeps. He has called the sky, sky. He has made different languages. Allah is the Almighty. And that therefore we are all equal. We should then respect each other and every human being and never look down on others or insult people. After all, we are the children of one forefather, the Prophet Adam alayhi salam. I think this is a very nice story. What do you think about it? Now let's go a bit more deeper. Now the Prophet Adam and his wife Hawa had 2 sons. Now the elder son was called Habil or Abil. The younger son's name is Qabil or Cain. Now Habil and Qabil or Abel and Cain were, we know now, Adam alayhi salam and Hawa's son. Okay? Now, Habil was a shepherd and Qabil was a farmer. And in the olden times, people used to offer sacrifices to Allah. They would put the best thing they had in a special place. If Allah were happy with them, then He would send fire from the sky. The fire burn the offering. This was a bit surprising for me, and I'm not sure if it is for you too, but this is actually what they did in the olden times. Now, Habil and Qabil wanted to offer a sacrifice to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Habil chose a sheep for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Qabil brought his crops. The sheep and crops were put on a mountain top. So, saying this again, Habil and Qabil wanted to sacrifice Allah. So, Habil wanted a sheep and Qabil did crops. Then they bought their sheep and their crops and they put it on a mountain top. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed. It burnt the sheep offered by Habil, but it did not touch the crops offered by Qabil. Allah had accepted the sheep offered by him and was happy with Habil. But Allah did not, get the crops offered by Qabil. He was not happy with Qabil. Qabil was frustrated. He began to fight with Habil. He shouted, "This is all your fault. I'm going to kill you." That wasn't very nice. That was an insult. Habil loved Allah very much. He was always afraid of Allah in his heart. Habil said to Qabil, "You are not afraid of Allah. How can Allah accept your sacrifice? Fear Allah, and Allah will be happy with you." This, fear Allah and Allah will be happy with you, is the most important part of this whole story so far. If you fear Allah, Allah will be pleased with you. Now, for example, I'm going to use myself. I am scared of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be happy with me that I'm scared of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This we should always remember, and we should always fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala no matter what. Even if someone tells you to not, never listen to anyone who says that. Now Qabil's face darkened with anger and his heart became hardened. "No!" he cried. "I will kill you." At this threat from his older brother, Habil did not shout back. He stayed calm. He remembered to stay calm and not to go in the path of Satan. Okay? Now he just stood calmly. He said calmly, "Even if you raise your hand to kill me, I will not fight back, for I fear Allah, the Lord of the worlds." Qabil was jealous of his brother. He didn't listen to him. That was bad. Now he began to fight with him and killed him. Now, killing someone wasn't a crime then because they hadn't made that. But Qabil just got even more gunnar than ever, because Qabil just killed his younger brother. Although Habil wasn't angry, he was calm. He had a threat, and that threat became true. Now then, Qabil became ashamed. He started to cry from remorse. He called out from Allah to help. Allah sent a black raven. The raven scratched the ground. Scratch, scratch, scratch. And showed Qabil how to bury his brother. Allah is happy with people who fear him. Allah does not like it when we fight and harm others. Qabil was finally ashamed of himself. And I'm sure you think that's good, because of what Qabil has done, I'm sure Habil is very sad right now, but he did the right thing in that situation. He stayed calm, but Qabil did not. Although he was ashamed, it still doesn't mean that he did the right thing. Okay. Now the moral of this story is that two believers should never fight with each other. Even if one of them isn't a believer, you shouldn't fight with each other. And even if one of them is bent on fighting, the other one, like the gentle and obedient Habil, should never bite back. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share and subscribe for more content. And subscribe. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.